Did not think I was going to be saying that sentence. They're in the blue. We've got KCP in the orange. It's time to play some Rocket League.
Well, almost 50% of Twitch chat seem to have lost faith in Team BDS, but they would not have lost faith in themselves. They're up against the Aussies, the last remaining Aussie team, and I am with two Aussies myself. Yummy. First off, though, CJ, congratulations. You've made worlds, my friend.
Unbelievable. It's great to be here. The pressure's off now, so we can have some fun and watch some OCE. Come on, the Pioneers.
Let's go, Pioneers. It's be a bit biased, but no matter what, this is going to go down in history. It's either the moment that Pioneers qualify for Worlds, or it's the moment that BDS go last place. Is that possible?
Surely it's not possible. BDS, the team that I'd say most people predicted to be the winners of this land and have come out and didn't really perform day one, but now could be their chance. Having said that, on the other side,
oh my!
It's happening.
It's happening already. CJ is cool. The potential is there right now for Pioneers to take this one. In all seriousness, this is exactly the start they would have wanted. Scrub there, coming from the side and just getting the dunk. And the Team BDS defender having nothing to do with that one. I mean, Team BDS, they are a team that are looking shaky at the moment.
They were shaky all of yesterday. We saw Seiko missing touches off his own backboard, let alone doing anything at the other end. This is the moment that BDS could be vulnerable.
And on the Pioneer side of things, although they did get the reverse sweep, they didn't look bad. And speaking to Prof, their mental coach, he said that just game 5, they were really shaky. They weren't playing in themselves, so they can learn from that into the series.
But the big problem I have with Pioneers, this is a match for Worlds. They looked really nervous. Once they got to that position where they could win yesterday, they panicked a lot.
And they have to make sure they don't do that against this Team BDS, a team that if you begin to respect, they will just punish you time and time again. But they have history. Pioneers in LA, so close to reverse sweeping the old version of Team BDS, but Team BDS the same.
Banana Head. Oh, I love he's pulling out the mech already. He's got the dominance on, and he's the man. He's the man that Prof said he wasn't looking quite as hot in game number 5. And regionally Yummy, Banana Head, he's the mechanical master, and he's the one that can bring it to Pioneer's side.
We scored almost all of their goals. He scored 80% of their goals yesterday, but that's not actually where we want Banana Head. We usually see him making big plays in the midfield, getting the flip reset, sending it past all those players and setting up Super Locky. So that's what we'll really be looking for.
Great defending just there from Scrub as Seiko had a little air dribble. They wanted to go over the top of Pioneers, but so far Pioneers' defending has been very good, and they've had large chunks of pressure and possession so far in this game as well. They've started it the better team, to be frank. And as this ball rolls towards Super Locky, they look completely comfortable.
Yeah, they look strong early, and I think scoring that first goal, you can easily just turtle up. I know it is game 1, but so far, unless Banana Head can reach that, looking a little bit shaky. However, they're still pushing forward. They're looking to attack, and they're not being too defensive so far.
BDS are starting to look for some opportunities, though, and this is always dangerous, especially if they find that room for Seiko where he can make huge plays that I think Pioneers wouldn't be used to. I mean, they're playing in a region in CJ. They're not used to mechanics.
They've just looked not quite there of Team BDS so far, but that can change so quickly. All it's going to take is one decent goal. Monkey Moon might make it happen here. Super lucky, though, the reflex save. Seiko gets a flip reset, but can't get the next touch again. They're getting those touches, BDS, but so far, CJ, no goals.
Yeah, we talk about Pioneers' offensive ability, their mechanics, but it really is their defense and their goal line saves that have made them such a dominant team in the OCE region, and even internationally, we saw against Space Station, they just find saves out of nowhere.
They've got a lot of good styles, a lot of different styles, but one of them is just being able to make save after save in it and then going for the counter-attack. And we've seen that yesterday in the first 2 games. Now we're starting to see this in the first game against BDS.
And that's a play style that should be replicable as well. When they come here to this land, just being solid, getting your face in the way of the ball. But Extra can break through that up against Super Locky. Monkey Moon has a chance to get a clean touch. Can he wrap around this one and shoot? It's 1 touch, it's 2. I think it's going in. And by a Seiko it is.
Look at the poise there from Monkey Moon. He really is different gravy when he's on the pitch, and he showed that there. Look at the poise to pop it up, and that's an easy finish for Seiko.
You know Monkey Moon's got that. And ever since he came in, all the way at the beginning of RLCS, the thing that he did that took down all the top of EU was to start slowing the ball down in front of net, and that's what he does right here.
What we're seeing, though, is that we are going to have a game on our hands as we expect, and I can't see this one being too clean for Team BDS if indeed they do end up winning it, but the pressure is all theirs right now. Banana Head, though, what a clearance that is. Super Lucky is there, and they counter so quickly.
That's what sometimes you need. You need that shot extra trying to put a top left corner, and that causes the counter-attack. Sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, and that's what it was there. Super Lucky finding the touch downfield. Great counter-attack.
Great confidence, too, from Super Lucky to be pushed so far up. That's what we want to see at a land stage, what we didn't see so much in that first major that they went to in winter.
That's a great kickoff there from Pioneers, almost through to double up their lead super quickly. We saw the kickoffs from G2 yesterday in the reverse sweep against KC. not quite there. Looking like a really important part of the game right now.
And we still really haven't seen Seiko get warm. Obviously, he scored that first goal, but it was a tap-in. It was all Monkey Moon, and I'm still looking for it. He's the man. He's the man they brought in to be the difference maker. He's a mechanical maestro, Cole, and we just need to see him start warming up in this event.
And what a difference maker is being at least online. 2 regionals for Team BDS and a grand finals, but they have one heck of a team now. They're up against some Pioneers that are looking like they're playing with confidence. Only 1 minute and 7 seconds away from winning this first game. Team BDS still yet to win a game at this major as Scrub gets another touch into the center, but Seiko should be able to win this one cleanly.
Yeah, not an ideal touch from Scrub. He wanted it to go up, not out, where his teammates got beaten by his touch out into the center field. And this is actually going to give a chance over to BDS, but nothing so far.
Yeah, they're just flirting with it now. Look at Monkey Moon. He might be able to get the redirect. No Scrub. Great save on the goal line. But BDS, they are playing with their food in offense right now. KCP low on boost, and Seiko's going to try and drop it to Monkey for the solo play.
Well and good playing with your food, but you can only do it when you're winning. Team BDS still desperate for that goal and running out of time. Extra has to make something happen quick. Here's Seiko onto the backboard. Super Lucky just gets that all-important touch for the Pioneers. Monkey Moon's there in the corner, but still the ball does not go central.
They've managed to drain the Pioneers' boost, though. This is a massive position for BDS with 20 seconds to go.
Extra takes a touch. He has to get things moving. It's not over the top of Scrub. Scrub has got in the way of everything that BDS have attempted. Super Lucky with the double attempt. Monkey Moon gets the save, but Team BDS need to do so much more than save it right now.
They've got a chance. BDS with 1 second on the clock. They have to keep this one up, and they're in their own half. It's looking like a Pioneers winning game 1 as it goes all the way the other end. Monkey Moon cannot get it through.
Wow, what a performance that is from Pioneers. They had the equalizer against them. Would have been so tempting, as you say, CJ, after going 1-0 up to Turtle. They never fell for it.
They didn't fall for it at all, and what a solid start. BDS, they've lost 4 games on the trot now, and this has to be panic stations. I know it's only 1-0, but they just have they've yet to find their form. They've yet to look, synergized on the pitch.
It's not 4 games on the trot. They got perfect swept to go out of the winter major. They are losing so many games in a row.
I mean, tell me, from what we saw from the Pioneers right there and what you guys know about this team, how are they appearing sort of in their mentality? They're quite quiet, they're quite stoic. Is that a good sign for Pioneers?
What I'm really liking to see is they are starting to show some mechanics coming out from Scrub in particular, looking for those flip resets. He's the one I'm usually seeing be a bit nervous and go further back. And it's great to see him do that.
Yeah, and with Pioneers, I think yesterday against Space Station, they might have delved too far into the trash talk, I think. Obviously they have Reddles and Arsenal on the other team, so you want to get into it. But I think once they dropped game 3, and, you start thinking to yourself, gee, we've talked so much trash, we have to win now, and then the pressure gets
That's almost the advantage of being against BDS, how humble and how quiet they are. It can be a more relaxed atmosphere.
They're quiet, and also it seems that they're in their own heads right now. This is a team that you do not have to wedge your way in there. You can let them make their own mistakes.
BDS, after they came off yesterday, heads down, didn't want to talk to anybody. They looked mentally spent already.
But this is the team that have won 2 regionals. We're going unbeaten after picking up the genius that is Seiko. This is a team that everyone else fears, but Pioneers don't fear them, almost making them cause an own goal. Banana Head's team's in.
They're picking up where they left off from game number 1. The aggression's coming out, and we're seeing hesitation from BDS. They're getting some missed touches, and Seiko isn't really doing much on the defensive side there.
The Pioneers, they came into OCE as 15-year-olds, no respect to anyone, and they're doing it again. They have no respect for BDS in front of net.
When you're trying to break the big 2 in OCE, you have to be able to come up against teams that everyone's going to expect to win. The Power Renegades, almost Dynasty. Pioneers, as you say, Yummy, they didn't care about that, and right now they're not caring about Team BDS.
Yeah, and the big question mark, obviously, is how's the pressure? This is for a world spot. Win this in their worlds. Right now, they don't feel it. They're looking strong. They've got the offense, and BDS are the ones where, it always felt like with them, it's not a matter of if, but when are they going to show up? But we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, this is so good for the fact that this is for Worlds. I was expecting a little more of a shaky performance, and I would say, we're still not seeing those big plays from Banana Head, especially from the back half, but is that more because BDS are challenging so early?
They are challenging well now in this second game. They have gone behind. They've made all the plays since then. As extra sense at high, Banana Head, though, he's the first one there. Look at the speed from Super Lucky.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
No answer right now from BDS. Extra with a slight mistouch. He was panicked by Super Lucky's pressure, and that's what you need. Send bodies to the ball, and they'll force mistakes.
Banana Head, Super Lucky, they're the wombo combo right now for OCE.
Looking absolutely quality, the Pioneers. They're actually growing into this series, despite Team BDS being a team that we expect to get better as the series goes on. Is this the moment they get it? No, it's off the crossbar from Monkey Moon, and Banana Head again gets in the way.
The defense again for Pioneers has been their saving grace so far. Scrub in particular has been absolutely incredible so far as Super Locky tries to palm it out. BDS, they do get a chance to attack. Can they keep it in?
But this time they've kept the boost, Pioneers, and they should be able to go for some early challenges. No shot going to go on as BDS, they get cleared on.
Every infield pass, every shot is being blocked by Pioneers at source. I want to see some fakes from Team BDS. Maybe this is when they'll start to do it as it falls to Extra and puts it high. He can't follow it though.
The thing that's impressed me most so far with Pioneers is their positioning. They're very aggressive. They're not just going default sitting back post. They've got that middleman in the midfield looking to cut it out, and that's something that you can always not do, but Seiko, there it is. Maybe it's time for him.
And finally time for Seiko to get into the game. Get in there right in front of net. And he cut off the line of Banana Head straight to the left of the net.
Lovely pass there from Team BDS. Team BDS getting themselves in the game, getting their heads in this game. Still an absolute ocean of time over here on Aquadome. 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and they can do pretty much what they want now.
BDS are going to be a team that will never, cut their losses against a team like Pioneers. We saw that from SSG yesterday. I think the same for BDS.
Yeah, I know personally against Pioneers, they've reverse swept us before, so they've definitely got a good mentality, and that's a shout out to their coach as well. Investing in mental coaches is massive in Rocket League. I think we'll see more of it.
Super Locky has Banana Head to his side. He's going to take a touch himself, wants to get past Extra, but Extra seems to have upped the pace himself. So now Team BDS closing down Pioneers at source themselves. Seiko to the side. Banana Head, look at the pace of Banana Head. Is that going all the way in? Where's the defense?
Where was BDS here? Who was back post? They were so slow to the ball. Obviously, Seiko taking up. That's another missed touch. You expect him to get two there. Pops it up, Banana Head, and that is as open of a net as you can get.
Why is he hitting it away?
They're just laughing at them right now. Pioneers, well, not at them, but they're looking to each other and they're giggling. They're looking so relaxed.
So happy, and, it is that moment where we talked about in SSG. Are they going to crumble when you get so close to Worlds?
It seems like a different Pioneers from yesterday as well. We talked about the trash talk. They're just having fun within themselves. They're enjoying it as a team and not trying to, trash talk Monkey Moon, which I guess could bite you if he starts popping off.
I think there's also an advantage. BDS is such a big name, and there's goal number 4. BDS are a big name. BDS who?
What just happened? We've got this is terrible defense. We've got an own goal here, an infield from Scrub. Thank you very much. And Monkey Moon, of all people, puts it into the back of the net.
Is it time for Mickey Moon to come out?
Team BDS, they need a leader right now. They need somebody to step up and say, look, we are a quality team. When we're on LAN, we can do this. We've won the full major. What is happening? Scrub another attack. Extra clears it, but Pioneers, they're winning the kickoffs.
It's as if there's 4 of them on the pitch right now. That was a perfect infield of Monkey Moon. I'm not sure. We don't really see that from him as one of the best players, if not the best player in the world. And right now, that sums up BDS so far this tournament. They just look shaky and they look like they're not trusting each other.
Oh, look at that flip reset there from Super Locky. So much height on the ball is going to keep this Pioneers attack going. But now here's Seiko. They need something. They need it soon. He wants to get it past Scrub. But again, the defending from Scrub, he is everywhere that Team BDS do not want him to be.
They only have 2 minutes, and BDS don't look like they're really rushing anything at all. This is starting to worry me.
Pioneers just not taking a backward step. They're still pushing, and that's another awkward touch there from Seiko. They're not really looking confident in defense. Usually from BDS, they're getting that one touch on the wall. They're keeping it, but right now, they're just happy to get it out of the area.
A big problem with Pioneers and their lack of experience at the winter split was running back, keeping the pressure on once they got a lead. This time, they're showing exactly what you need to do against BDS. Keep that pressure on.
This complete lack of composure from Team BDS is shocking us all, but they have to get ahead in it right now. Here comes Super Locky again. Extra is floating in the sky. Monkey Moon nips in there to get the save away, but just such careless defending.
More positional mistakes coming out from BDS. We saw again Extra completely out of position for an infield or a shot, and that's not something you usually see from Extra. He holds it down.
Hesitation. Where do you see Extra hesitate to go to a position? He wasn't sure whether to go challenge early or run back to net. He didn't do either and almost cost them a goal, and at this point in time, they need 3.
Almost looking like another goal for Pioneers there. More scary defending for Team BDS. Super Locky is beaten by Seiko, but Banana had great positioning, a 50-50 against 2 of them. Then he stands tall against Extra as well. Nothing working for Team BDS.
It's almost like BDS have those dark memories from LA. Although they denied the reverse sweep, I think they're in their heads right now. Pioneers.
Oh, you were talking about playing with your food in the first game. Super Locky is having a feast.
BDS! They're getting sent packing at the moment by Super Locky.
What is going on right now? OCE region, if you're watching at home, get up and get loud because they are 5-1 up against BDS.
Again, this is to qualify for Worlds. This is the biggest series of Pioneers' life.
And also, if Pioneers win this one and keep going, we could have 3 OCE teams representing in Worlds as well. It could be an incredible day for the Aussie region.
This is a Pioneers team that everyone has come to expect. After LA, this young team, they play with such energy and they have such high mechanics, and they're taking it to any team on their day. Right now, BDS, they're looking second rate.
It's just such a fine balance between overconfidence and just playing to the best when the pressure is at its highest. And right now, Pioneers, they are completely nailing that balance. Let me just say this again. In Game 2, to go 2-0 up, Pioneers, smiling and laughing right now, win it 5-1.
It is a historical moment for sure, and this is now 9 games in a row that BDS have lost at LAN.
And I know exactly what Pioneers are saying right now. They go, what is it, BDS who? They're thinking, like, what? They're not showing up right now, and they're thinking, you know, 5-1 win. That was dominant, but now's the time. Space Station, what happened yesterday, Cole?
Exactly. This is where winner's tilt can start to come into it for Pioneers. Right now, you know, we talked at the start, no pressure, they're just going to have fun. They'll play their best because they're not feeling it. Now they really will start to feel it because the thought of we can win this is going to be well and truly in their heads.
The advantage is this was a much more one-sided affair in this game than it ever was against SSG. It was a smaller turnaround for SSG to come back.
Yeah, and the most impressive thing is when they were getting that lead, they were still looking confident and still pushing forward again. And they're not sitting back. They're not trying to rest on their laurels. They're pushing forward, pushing forward. They got 3-1 up. No, they want 5.
They want 5, and they're getting 5 as well. And what's impressing me is it's such a team dynamic for the 3 of them. Often when you see an upset like this, it's one player who plays the best series of his career, and you don't really see it again. But the 3 players right now, they're so in sync. You know, there's good defending from Scrub, Super Locky with the monster dribbles. There's no weak link in this team.
Throughout the split, we've been talking about Banana Head, how he's got them here in the first place. We talked about Super Locky at the last LAN as being one of the top 25 players at LAN, but it's Scrub, who we've often quiet about, and he's having a great series.
Complete team performance so far. You cannot look at one player or the other, and I just think that Super Locky, particularly offensively, if we're going to single him out, has been a superstar so far, looking at those counter-attacks and getting those bumps as well. But this whole team, you can't put out a weak link.
Well,
the strength of the G2 roster, the Queso roster now, Moist, who went all the way in the last event, was their ability to go for fakes, to slow the ball down. We saw that from Super Locky right at the end there with that demo play.
Well, no matter how it is happening, however we have got here to this point, what is the absolute truth is that Team BDS need a reverse sweep to avoid going 15th, 16th in this tournament. That is just unfathomable, and yet it's our reality.
I thought you were going to say the absolute truth is that EU are at the bottom now.
Well, I think that is clearly the absolute truth. I mean, fair enough. I'll hold my hands up and say it. Team BDS, Team EU, what is going on? And what's going on is that Pioneer's just looking unassailable.
Yeah, in game number 1, it was Monkey Moon that was sort of the only player showing that poise, but then in game 2, he's scoring own goals. So who do you look to now to BDS to step up? No way off kick. Oh, no!
How is that?
Pioneers!
How is this happening? BDS off the kickoff have let it go sailing past, and Scrub's going to score in 2 seconds.
And I mean, they would have spent that entire minute or so talking things through, saying, you know, calm down, we've got this. In 2 seconds, that goes completely out the window. I can hear the other players right now sitting down and watching this one. They're getting louder, rooting for Pioneers. They're believing.
Worst case scenario possible right now for BDS. A kickoff goal, game 3, you have to win. This is a must-win to stay alive, to not come last, as you said, Cole. It is do or die, and they've lost it on the kickoff as Banana Head almost puts that one away.
So close. One more Pioneers goal could really affect the Team BDS mentality. That might begin to spell the end of the Team BDS attack, that there are 2 of the best players in the world, at least, on Team BDS. They can change things in a heartbeat, but we're not seeing it so far.
I feel like that's where we have to see. We have to see a superhero performance from someone on BDS. If they are of that quality on LAN, they have to show it right now.
Oh, and Scrub, that was probably the first bit of hesitation we've seen so far from him. Just backing off there, not being too confident. But if he does get that touch out now, and Pioneers, they're looking to push out 1-0.
That's where that saving on the goal line playstyle can affect you. If you do get nervous, you start to hesitate in front of net. That's what we saw.
And he's known for that as well, Scrub. Talking to their mental coach as well, he's the man that sort of does get more defensive when the pressure starts building, so we want to look for him to keep pushing out. But still, BDS, they're not really keeping the ball. Seiko again throwing it away to Super Locky.
There was a decent save from Extra though, just when it was looking like Pioneers might double up their lead yet again. And Monkey, now on the backboard, is going to have this one try and sneak its way past him. It doesn't. Team BDS having to do more defending, but none of their touches are quite working. Lovely first touch from Super Locky. This could be 2. The flip reset attempt. He's got under Extra, hit the crossbar, and there is Scrub doubling up for the Pioneers.
Super Locky absolutely beating this flip reset, but it doesn't matter because he faked out Extra anyway, and there's the follow-up from Scrub. That's a great confidence booster. 2-0 Yummy, 2-0, and they're close to the sweep.
Super Locky, the superhero of Australia. 2-0 now up against BDS in match point.
They're having an absolute party right now down there. Here comes Banana, and he's going to the ceiling. He's over the top of the stage. And Monkey Moon! And extra as well. The collapse continues.
You are kidding me, Banana Head. These kids are styling on them, these young fellas from OCE. They don't care who they're playing. It's BDS. Who?
You take BDS, you take the team, they're gone, they're off the pitch, it's 3-0 down, it's only been a minute and a half.
So far, OCE's best ever performance was 4th seed, or number 4 in Worlds, and right now this is looking like a really good day to be from OCE. You guys are absolutely buzzing right now for your boys. BDS is still dangerous, safe by Scrum.
And the best thing right now is Pioneers, they're still looking composed on the face cams. They're not getting ahead of themselves. It is 3-0, but there's still 3 minutes left. Anything can happen. They need to be composed.
Super Lucky tries to keep his composure right now. Monkey Moon closes him down. Scrub and Seiko, no 50-50 really falling cleanly for Team BDS, but they do have some pressure. They do have a little bit of territory right now, but one touch from Super Lucky breaks it 3. Look at the 3 of them attacking. They all steam
like a
forward
rugby
as well.
formation.
They're just the flying V at the moment to scrub up the pitch. And Team BDS, they're not even getting the room to challenge, because as soon as they do, they might get demoed by one of the Pioneers.
I mean, this is looking like one of the biggest wins in OC history. How do we look past this? A 3-0 sweep against BDS, although they're not looking quite great. I don't want to jinx it, Yummy. There's still 2 minutes 30 left.
Well, it is EU #1. OC has never been the EU #1,
yeah.
And this would be a moment, but wow, you can't speak too early. Monkey Moon has found a counterattack.
And suddenly it seems like there is a lot of time left on the clock with this touch from Monkey Moon to make it 3-1.
Yeah, and it's the mental demons maybe now. I know we saw with Space Station. It is possible for
Why'd
Pioneers.
you say it?
It is possible to lose their heads. I don't want to jinx it right now. The boys, they learned from yesterday. That's what they're good at. They're good at adapting, and they're young. They're mechanical, Yummy. I think they can do it.
They are very mechanical. They are the most mechanical team in OCE. They're the young team. They are the future of OCE. They've represented what OCE could become in terms of mechanics, and we'll see if that keeps going.
But I have to balance this love in just a little bit, because Team BDS, they ain't too bad mechanically themselves either. Extra was up. Monkey Moon fancied a slice of that ball. Seiko keeps the attack going, but it's met by Scrub still. He's going to have some defending to do over these next 2 minutes. Extra's miss is going to slow them down, but Seiko's coming forward. They're heating up Team BDS, and that has to be worrying.
Yeah, a bit of scrambling coming around from Pioneers. However, there is only 2 minutes left, and you can sort of scramble your way for a little rough victory, but they want to keep pushing forward Super Lucky. And Seiko, again, not getting the best touch, not being able to follow up as Scrub beats him.
This is where the pressure rises for Pioneers. They're 1 minute 40 away from Worlds. They have to hold on. Can they do it? Seiko's missed.
So close there from Seiko. Did they need that one to go in Team BDS? There's Monkey Moon, cleared by Banana Head. Extra comes in now. Super Lucky. He can't get any space. Monkey Moon's bumping him out the place, but Scrub, he can get the touch towards Banana Head. They survive again.
Yeah, the placement just isn't quite there right now for BDS. They need to be finding those top corners. Here's Monkey Moon off the backboard. It's safe, but put back down by Super Lucky. Still defends Seiko. Can he put it right? No! It's on the goal line. It's Scrub again.
Seiko can't buy a shot. He's hitting it over and over again, but the 2 posts in a row now.
He's trying again. That lovely 50-50. Monkey Moon's already up. He's so fast, but so is the defense there from Pioneers. Still 3-1. 1 minute left now.
How are they holding on? It's just the fingernails digging in right now for Pioneers.
This is what they've done regionally, though. They know how to hold on to a lead. We didn't quite see yesterday with the reverse sweep, but right now, this is exactly what we've seen regionally. These kids are very strong in defense. Oh, I thought Super Lucky was a bit awkward there.
Extra needs to get this one to a teammate. Monkey Moon has to win this race, but Super Lucky again, so speedy in the air. To the ceiling the ball goes. Scrub up against Seiko. Pioneers are winning every aerial challenge.
BDS are in their own half. They've only got 30 seconds, and Pioneers are still pushing them to their very limit.
They want more and more and more. We said it before, 3-1, they don't care. They want more goals. It's Super Lucky. He's going to be able to catch these, and look at the composure. Being able to buy time, kill 10 seconds off the clock is massive.
He slowed it down and gave room for Pioneers to get back.
Scrub, one more touch there for Pioneers. Every time they send this ball forwards, it's another nail in the coffin of Team BDS.
Have they done it?
I think they may well have done. 6 seconds left. This has to go in from Seiko, but it's over the top. There's no time left. Pioneers, they're already celebrating. No one cares what this ball is going to do. Pioneers have done it for OCE. They've done it for themselves, and they've done it to Team BDS.
3-0, a sweep over the EU #1 seed, if you don't mind, to make Worlds. Could you script a better moment?
The 16-year-old Australians flying 30 hours across the world, and they're going to do it again. They're going to Dallas.
This is just pure joy from the boys there. An absolutely stunning performance, but the devastated Team BDS They just couldn't deal with them.
And Heartbreak on the side of Power as well. Now not, they might be
They
still,
can, they still can.
Actually, looking at KCP, they might be able to make a run and get an extra spot for OCE. That might be wishful thinking so far, but a 3-0 against BDS Yummy is a great start.